Shabbat Shalom and hello everyone. This is my Sabbath reading, and I am recording this on the Sabbath because I could not get to it the last couple of days due to extenuating circumstances. An update on the medical situation: the appointment for the neurologist was today, but it got pushed back due to... There's trash on my desk. Go away, trash. Anyway, the appointment got pushed back due to the neurologist becoming ill and had to reschedule the appointment. The medical situation has improved over the last few days. The headaches have gone away without medication, so that is good, but still going to keep the appointment and get that done. And that is the update on that. All right, so we left off in Exodus Shemot, or Shema, or whatever, these Hebrew names. We left off right at the end of chapter 17 last week, where Yehoshua is how it is spelled here, defeated Amalek. And yeah, so yeah, I encourage you to go back if you haven't done that. I've also been doing the Proverbs challenge. I'm not posting all of them, but I did the first couple, and I read a couple more during my day camping trip. And yeah, I'm just not posting all of them because I'm just not. And I do apologize for the lateness of this video. I meant to have one recorded and online really early this morning like I used to do. I'm going back to that format, and I will still premiere these if you would like, but don't really feel the need to do that just because I don't show up for those premieres. So yeah, anyway, chapter 18. And Yithro, also known as Jethro, the priest of Midian, Moshe's father-in-law, heard of all that Elohim has done for Moshe and for Israel, his people, that Yahweh had brought Israel out of Mitzrayim. And Yithro, Moshe's father-in-law, took Shipporah, the wife of Moshe, after he had sent her back, and her two sons, of whom the name of one is Gresham, for he said, I have been a sojourner in a foreign land, and the name of the other was Eleazar, for he said, the Elohim of my father was my help, and delivered me from the sword of Pharaoh. Yithro, Moshe's father-in-law, came with his sons and his wife to Moshe in the wilderness, where he was encamped at the mountain of Elohim. And he had said to Moshe, I, your father-in-law, Yithro, am coming to you with your wife and her two sons with her. And Moshe went out to meet his father-in-law, and bowed down and kissed him. And they asked each other about their welfare, and they went into the tent. And Moshe told his father-in-law all that Yahweh had done to Pharaoh and to the Mitzrayites for Israel's sake, all the hardship that had come upon them on the way, and how Yahweh had delivered them. And Yithro rejoiced for all the good which Yahweh had done for Israel, whom he had delivered out of the land of the Mitzrayites. And Yithro said, Blessed be Yahweh, who has delivered you out of the hand of the Mitzrayites, and out of the hand of the Pharaoh, who has delivered the people from under the hand of the Mitzrayites. Now I know that Yahweh is greater than all the mighty ones. Indeed, in the matter of which they acted proudly above them. And Yithro, the father-in-law of Moshe, brought an ascending offering and other slaughterings unto Elohim. And Aaron came with the elders of Israel to eat bread with the father-in-law of Moshe before Elohim. And it came to be on the next day, and Moshe set to rightly rule the people, and the people stood before Moshe from morning until evening. And when the father-in-law of Moshe saw all that he did for the people, he said, What is this you are doing for the people? Why do you sit by yourself, and all the people stand before you? from morning until evening. And Moshe said to his father-in-law, because the people came to me to seek Elohim, when they have a matter, they come to me, and I rightly rule between one and another, and make known the laws of Elohim and his Torah, the laws of this. And the father-in-law of Moshe said to him, What you are doing is not good. Both you and these people with you shall certainly wear yourselves out, for the matter is too heavy for you. You are not able to do it by yourself. Now listen to my voice. Let me counsel you, and Elohim be with you. Stand before Elohim for the people, and you shall bring the matters to Elohim, and you shall enlighten them concerning the laws of the Torah, and show them the way in which they should walk and work which they should do. I'm being yeah. And the lighting is now strange. There we go. But you yourself seek out from all the people able men who fear Elohim, men of truth, hating unfair gain, and to place these over to be the rulers of thousands, rulers of hundreds, and rulers of fifties, and rulers of tens. They're setting up a hierarchy, a government per se. And they shall rightly rule the people at all times, and it shall be that they bring every great matter to you, but they themselves rightly rule every small matter, so they make it lighter for yourself, for they shall bear with you. If you do this word, and Elohim shall command you, then you shall be able to stand, and all these people also go to their place in peace. And Moshe listened to the voice of his father-in-law, and did all that he said. And Moshe chose able men out of Israel, and made them heads over the people, rulers of thousands, rulers of hundreds, rulers of fifties, and rulers of tens. And they rightly ruled the people at all times. The hard matters they brought to Moshe, but they rightly ruled every small matter themselves. And Moshe sent off his father-in-law, and he went away to his own land. And that is the end of chapter 18. Yeah, it's just reading a message. So I will get into chapter 19. I'm not sure if I'll go farther than that, just because I need more rest than what I've gotten so far today. And yeah. So chapter 19. In the third new moon, after the children of Israel had come out of the land of Mitzrayim, on the day they came from the wilderness of Sinai, for when they set out from Rephidim, and had come to the wilderness of Sinai, and camped in the wilderness, so Israel camped before the mountain. And Moshe went up to Elohim, and Yahweh called to him from the mountain, saying, This is what you are to say to the house of Jacob, and declare to the children of Israel, You have seen what I did to the Mitzrayites, and how I bore you on eagle's wings, and brought you to myself. And now, if you diligently obey my voice, and shall guard my covenant, then you shall be my treasured possession above all the peoples, for all the earth is mine. And you shall be to me a reign of priests, and set apart nation, and a set apart nation. Those are the words which you are to speak to the children of Israel. And Moshe came and called for the elders of the people, and set before them all the words which Yahweh commanded him. And all the people answered together and said, All that Yahweh has spoken we shall do. So Moshe brought back the words of the people to Yahweh. And Yahweh said to Moshe, See, I am coming to you in the thick cloud, so that the people hear when I speak with you, and believe you forever. And Moshe reported the words of the people to Yahweh. And Yahweh said to Moshe, Go to the people and set them apart today and tomorrow, And they shall wash their garments, and they shall be prepared for the third day, prepared by the third day. For on the third day Yahweh shall come down upon Mount Sinai before the eyes of all the people. And you shall make a border for the people all around, saying, Take heed to yourselves that you do not go up the mountain, or touch the border of it. Whoever touches the mountain shall certainly be put to death. Not a hand is to touch it, but he shall certainly be stoned or shot with an arrow. Whether a man or beast, he shall not live. When the Yobel sounds long, let them come near the mountain. When the Yobel sounds long, let them come near the mountain. And Moshe came down from the mountain to the people, and set the people apart, and they washed their garments. And he said to the people, Be prepared by the third day. Do not come near a wife. And when it came to be on the third day in the morning, that there were thunders and lightnings, and a thick cloud on the mountain, and a voice of shofar was very strong. And all the people who were in the camp trembled. And Moshe brought the people out of the camp to meet with Elohim, and they stood before the foot of the mountain. And Mount Sinai was in smoke, all of it, because Yahweh descended upon it in fire. And the smoke went up like the smoke of a furnace, and all the mountain trembled exceedingly. And when a voice of the shofar sounded long and became very strong, Moshe spoke, and Elohim answered him by voice. And Yahweh came down upon Mount Sinai, on the top of the mountain. And Yahweh called Moshe to the top of the mountain, and Moshe went up. And Yahweh said to Moshe, Go down and warn the people, lest they break through unto Yahweh to see, and many of them fall. And let the priests who come near Yahweh set themselves apart, to lest Yahweh break out against them. And Moshe said to Yahweh, The people are not able to come up to Mount Sinai, for you warned us, saying, Make a border around the mountain and set it apart. And Yahweh said to him, Come, go down, and then come up, you and Aaron with you, but do not let the priests and the people break through, to come up to Yahweh, lest he break out against them. And Moshe went down to the people and spoke to them. And I'm going to go ahead and end it there today, and we're going to get into the commandments that were given to Moses or Moshe in the next reading. It's going to be chapter 20, and I'm going to start next week's there. I know this is a short video and a short reading today, but yeah, just time constraints and things happening that just don't pertain to any of this. Yeah. So, I just encourage everybody read their books. I encourage everybody do the Proverbs Challenge. The Proverbs Challenge is very simple. You read one chapter of Proverbs every day of the month. There's 31 chapters, and if you are following along, you're on chapter 6 today. If you're starting today, go ahead and read 1 to 6, and then continue tomorrow with 7. And yeah, I greatly encourage that, because it does give a lot of good time with your nose in the book where it should be. Now, I still encourage to read the rest of it as well. Start at the beginning, work your way to the end, obviously. If you read a single chapter every single day of the Torah, the 5 books of Torah, you will finish the 5 books of Torah in 6 months. So that's 1 chapter a day. And 1 chapter a day isn't that hard, really. If you look at some of these chapters are rather small. I mean, I just read 2 chapters here in 10 to 12 minutes or something along those lines. So it's very easy to do, and just all you got to do is be willing and want to. That's really all you have to do, because he wants you to, but you have to want to as well. All right, that'll be the end of the Sabbath reading for me. I'm going to go do very little, very, very little, because, yeah, my brain needs a break. But I hope everyone has a very blessed day, and the rest of your week is equally as blessed. Thank you for being here. Shabbat Shalom.